Once again, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to David Stillwright Field here at Lower Columbia College for the 2018 NWAC Baseball Championships. We move to game number 13 on our bracket. The Lower Columbia Red Devils and the Edmonds Titans. The winner of this game will play Monday at 12:05 versus Yakima Valley.
Let's run down the starting lineups. First, the visitors on the scoreboard today, the Lower Columbia College Red Devils. Leading off, the center fielder, number 8, Kyle Sandstrom. Batting second and catching, number 10, JT Strickler. Batting third for the Red Devils, the first baseman, number 28, Sam Trend Beacom. Batting cleanup, the shortstop, number 7, Ricky Muzzy. Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 1, Noah Andrews. Batting sixth for Lower Columbia, playing left field, number 6, Blaze Arcano. Hitting seventh, the designated hitter, number 45, Chandler Mikulik. Batting eighth for the Devils, playing third base, number 16, Drew Barlow. And batting ninth, playing second base,
from Story Field on the campus of Lower Columbia College in Longview, welcome to NWAC Championship Baseball. Hello everybody, I'm Jim DeBruler along with the team of broadcasters bringing you every game of this year's tournament from Story Field. Games being broadcast locally on either 1490 AM KLOG 100.7 on the FM band or on 101.5 The Wave, also being telecast on Topher Vision. Our ball game this afternoon features the Edmonds Titans, the number 1 team out of the north, taking on the Lower Columbia College Red Devils, the number 1 team in the west. Lower Columbia is the only unbeaten team in the tournament. They are a perfect 3-0. Edmonds fighting for their lives. They are 2-1. With a loss, they would be eliminated. With a win, they would play Yakima Valley tomorrow at noon. And then the winner of that ball game would face Lower Columbia, assuming Lower Columbia wins.
The assistants are Paul Gehring, Ron Mori, Casey Mitchell, Sam Paris, Brooks Roy, Jeff Carlson, and the head coach is Scott Kelly.
Let's go ahead and go down to public address announcer Dave Andrew.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you please rise? Gentlemen, remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And at this time, we have a special guest to introduce. We brought our ceremonial first pitch.
Part of the Wounded Warrior Project, introducing Kevin Drury, retired Army 2006. Kevin served 13 years in the Army, served in Iraq in 2003, 2004, lives in Spanaway here today with his wife Dawn and son Robert. Kevin, it'd be our honor and the honor of the Tritons and the Red Devils for you to throw out the first pitch.
Kevin Drury from the Wounded Warriors Project throws out the first pitch. You probably heard Dave Andrews say 13-year veteran of the United States Army. And he does throw the pitch to Edmonds catcher Nathaniel Sagdahl and gets a nice round of applause from the fans here in attendance at Story Field. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for today's game. First, for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Lower Columbia College Red Devils, they'll go with Kyle Sandstrom in center field batting leadoff. JT Strickler bats second, he catches. Sam Trent Beacon is at first base, batting third. Ricky Muzzy bats cleanup, he's the shortstop. Noah Andrews is in right field, batting fifth. Blaze Arcano draws the start in left field today, batting sixth. Chandler Mikulik gets a start today. This is his first start of the NWAC championships. He is the DH. Drew Barlow also getting his first start. He plays third base, bats eighth. And Hunter Cook bats ninth at second base. On the mound pitching for the Red Devils, Travis Painter. For the Edmonds Tritons, as announced by head coach Scott Kelly, they'll go with Guthrie Morrison in center field, batting leadoff. Nick Sokol bats second and plays second base. Yugo Hamakawa bats third. He is the shortstop. David Gibbons is batting cleanup today. He is playing first base. Nathaniel Sagdahl, all-conference catcher, is batting fifth. Batting sixth, the DH, Trey Tiffany. Batting seventh, Connor Sales. He is in right field. Colby Force is in left field, batting eighth. Leighton Moniz plays third base, batting ninth. And on the mound pitching, CJ Blowers. And CJ pitched last year for the Cowlitz Black Bears, and everybody enjoyed CJ. And it is my understanding that he will be back in the Black Bears uniform this summer. He is a tall left-hander and gets that ball up there in a hurry. Edmonds has taken the field. And CJ is going through his warm-up tosses. Lower Columbia in the navy blue uniforms with the white pants. Edmonds with the gray pants and black jerseys with kind of an aqua-colored striping through it. These teams were going to play a doubleheader down here in Longview early in the season. Edmonds came down and they got about 2 or 3 innings into the ball game, and it just absolutely cut loose. And Scott Kelly and Eric Lane, the head coach for the Red Devils, met out around home plate and just kind of started laughing, and they decided to call it off. No sense trying to play through it and risk anybody getting hurt. Blowers has completed his warm-up tosses, and he will face the top third of the Red Devil lineup, Kyle Sandstrom, JT Strickler, and Sam Trend Beacom. Blowers on the season with a record of 5-2, earned run average of 1.76. We'll go ahead and set Edmonds defensively for you. Daniel Gibbons is at first base. Check that. Here's the first pitch. Just a little bit low apparently, and the count is 1 ball, and the time of the first pitch, 6 minutes past 4. Next pitch misses, 2-0 the count. Blowers working quickly. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. This one's going to be in there for a called strike, and the count is 2-1. CJ works very, very quickly, at least with nobody on base, working from the third base side of the pitching rubber. The 2-1 pitch, lifted foul, up and out of play. Count runs 2-2 on Kyle Sandstrom. Kyle, left-handed batter, hitting .352 on the year, still weighing his college choices. Several Division I offers, including Tulane University. CJ holds that glove up above his face. Now gets ready. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Outside, ball 3, 3-2 the count. Outfield straight away for Sandstrom. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. There's a ball hit right back through the middle, and it's going to make its way into center field for a base hit. So Sandstrom on a full count rips one back up the middle for a single. And that'll bring in the catcher, J.T. Strickler. Strickler, the most valuable player in the West region this year. Right-handed batter. There's a pitch, there's a ball hit off the fist on one bounce down to the third baseman in foul territory. And the count is 0-1 on JT. JT, right-handed batter, slightly open stance. Hit .427 on the year, that after a slow start. There's the next pitch. Going to be a little bit low And the count evens up at 1-1. Had 1 home run on the season for the tournament. He's hitting .500. He is 5 for 10. Blowers comes set. Lanky left-hander takes a second look at the runner at first. Here comes the pitch. Going to be a little bit outside. 2-1 the count on Strickler. Sam Trend Beacom is in the on-deck circle for the Red Devils. Of course, CJ, the son of Mariner broadcaster Mike Blowers. I believe the Mariners picked up another win today. There's a pitch. There's a line drive into left field. It's down for a base hit. So Strickler continues his hot hitting in the NWAC championships. 2 hits in a row for the Red Devils. And they are in business with Sam Trend Beacom coming up. Young man out of Melbourne, Australia is Sam. Had a terrific sophomore season, hitting .323 with 7 home runs. So he has home run power. We'll set the dimensions for you here at Story Field at first opportunity. The wind is blowing ever so slightly in over the left field fence. Typically picks up late in the afternoon. Blowers ready. The first pitch is a curveball that catches the outside edge for a strike. And the count is 0-1. First baseman David Gibbons plays up on the cut of the grass. Third baseman Leighton Moniz even with the bag. Here comes the next pitch, up a little bit high, 1-1 the count. Scott Kelly going to call time and run out and have a quick visit with CJ. Going to be joined by his catcher Nathaniel Sagdahl. 306 down the left field line, 342 to left center, 387 to dead center. 354 to right center, and 326 down the right field line. The poke to center, it's got to be a pretty good poke to get it out of here. You got to put it on the roof of a 2-story batting barn out there. Of course, you got the low fence out in the bullpen area out in left center field. 1-1 the count on Sam Trend Beacom. Blowers with a check of the runner at second, comes to the plate, outside strike called. And the count is 1-2. Some of the Lower Columbia faithful kind of groaned just a little bit. CJ peering down to his catcher, Nathaniel Sagdahl. Still looking down. Now he's ready. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. This one's going to be a little bit low. Ball 2. 2-2 the count. Sam steps out of the batter's box, looks down to head coach Eric Lane, going through signals in the third base coach's box. Ryan Littlefield is coaching over at first base. Ryan and Eric both former Red Devils. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, set a pitch down in the zone. Nice pitch by CJ Blowers. And Sam Trend Beacom is a strikeout victim. And that will bring in Ricky Muzzy, the shortstop for the Red Devils. Ricky hitting .304 on the year, and he drove in the winning run last night with a double off the fence in right center field. And Ricky also started a little bit slow this year, and as the season wore on, he battled injuries, and then that bat got hot, and he got up over the .300 average. Right-handed batter. Here comes the first pitch. It is in there for a called strike. And the count is 0-1. Going to play baseball next year for the Washington Huskies, and they're getting a mighty fine ball player. Noah Andrews is in the on-deck circle for the Red Devils. Here comes the pitch. Up high, ball 2, or ball 1, excuse me. 1-1 the count. Blowers, a little more deliberate with runners on base. Here comes the 1-1 to Muzzy. Lifted foul, up and out of play, first base side. Drifted into the net in behind the first base dugout there. Understand the crowds were pretty good last night. Not a bad crowd here today. Would imagine a lot of people having Memorial Day weekend barbecues. CJ ready, the 1-2. cued off the end of the bat foul behind the plate. Count remains 1-2 on Ricky Muzzy, who steps out of the box. Outfield shaded maybe ever so slightly to the right for Muzzy. Left fielder Colby Force plays deep. Here comes the 1-2 pitch, way outside, 2-2 the count. Flowers back up on top. 2-2 pitch, outside ball 3. We are neighbors helping neighbors through a tradition of service with more than 6,000 citizen soldiers, which comprise our ranks throughout Washington state. To learn more about the Washington National Guard, visit nationalguard.com or call 1-800-GO-GUARD. Three and two the count on Muzzy. Here comes the payoff pitch. The runners go. Fouled back into the screen. So Eric Lane putting the runners in motion. They'll go back to their respective bases. Wind starting to whistle just a little bit more and starting to blow in here to the press box a little bit. Blowers, 6'5", 210 pounds. Out of Graham, Washington. Once again, here comes the 3-2 pitch. Up high, ball 4. So the Red Devils have the bases loaded with one man down. And Noah Andrews, who's having a pretty fine tournament, is going to step in. Noah, the right fielder for the Red Devils, hit .353 on the year with a couple of home runs. He's batting .333 in the tournament. Middle infielders play back, looking for the double play. Here comes the pitch to Noah. It's going to be in there for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Flowers will pitch from the stretch with the bases loaded. And one man down. Outfield straight away for Noah Andrews. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. There's a line drive headed into center field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Center fielder Morrison on it quickly gets the ball in. And now they've got the runner coming around third in a hot box. That's Strickler. They're trying to run him. Now the catcher drops the ball. Rundown continues, and they put the tag on Strickler. So unfortunate base running error there that perhaps prevents more runs for the Red Devils here in the top half of the first, but they do come up with a run off the single of Noah Andrews. Andrews is at first base, and Ricky Muzzy moves on into second. Sandstrom came in to score the first run of the ball game. Blaze Arcano, the left fielder, steps in. Two men down. Here comes the pitch. Curveball drops in nicely for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So the Red Devils, one run on 3 hits here so far in the top half of the first. Outfield straight away for Blaze, young man out of Hawaii. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. There's a chopper, third base side, taken right there by the third baseman, Leighton Moniz, who steps on the bag, and that'll do it for the Red Devils here in the top half of the first. But they draw blood. They come up with 1 run on 3 hits. No Edmonds errors, 2 runners left on base. We move to the bottom half of the first. The score, Lower Columbia 1, Edmonds coming to bat.
I am strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence.
I trust my gut.
No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
I remember the moment clearly.
I'll never forget that moment.
As long as I live.
I realized at that moment, when we first saw the damage, these people really needed us. And I was going to make a difference right here in my community. Together with local responders, we cleared trees and collapsed walls. We had to get to the family trapped beneath. As a citizen soldier, I made a difference.
Be there for your community at NationalGuard.com.
LCC has definitely prepared me to transfer to Oregon State because it's helped me with my study skills. I'm a much harder worker than I was in high school.
I had a great support base by the staff, and I've made some great friends that I think I'll carry on with my life.
I've definitely loved my classes. I've learned a lot. It's been a healthy environment.
Don't be afraid to branch out. The people here are awesome. I'm going to be in it for a while, but down the road I'll be finishing up and be ready to join the workforce.
1.61 earned run average. He'll face the top third of the Edmonds lineup: Guthrie Morrison, Nick Sokol, and Yugo Hamakawa. There's a first pitch and a line drive out to right field, taken out there by the right fielder Noah Andrews. And quickly, one pitch, one out for Edmonds here in the bottom half of the first. In steps Nick Sokol, hitting .294 on the year. Travis Painter out of Port Angeles. First pitch down low, and this was the exact scenario for Travis Painter 1 year ago, as he pitched the day before the championship finals against Edmonds. There's a pitch, chopped foul, just past the third base dugout, going to make its way down the fence line there. Travis, a 6'2", 215-pounder. There's a soft fly ball headed into right field. Andrews scooting over to his right, hauls it in. Ball had maybe a little more carry than I thought it did when it came off the bat. So quickly, two men down, and that'll bring in the number 3 hitter, the shortstop, Yugo Hamakawa. Hamakawa hitting .304 on the year with 1 home run. Left-handed batter, open stance. Here comes the pitch, right on the outside edge for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Continuing to build here at Story Field. The 0-1 pitch hit in the air left field. The left fielder Arcano was playing it perfectly and hauls it in. So a very easy inning for Travis Painter as Edmonds goes quietly 3 up, 3 down. We've played 1. The score, Lower Columbia 1, Edmonds nothing.
I'm Danny Horton, and I'm an STCU member. The windstorm of 2015, who doesn't remember that? Had no power, were the heaters, the horse drop was a 600-pound block of ice. STCU stepped up. I went straight down. I got the loan I needed. If it hadn't been for STCU and the ability to provide everything I needed, where would I have been? I'm Danny Horton, and STCU is here for good.
Nestled within tall trees and beautiful buildings, Pierce College has established itself as a national leader in improving student success. With 2 main campuses in Puyallup and Fort Steilacoom, and satellite campuses on Joint Base Lewis-McChord, Pierce College strives to create quality educational opportunities to help students realize their possibilities. As we celebrate 50 years in the community, Pierce College is proud to offer more than 60 programs of study with a fit for you, your life, your schedule, and your dream. Find your path, start at Pierce College today, and realize your possibilities. Visit pierce.ctc.edu.
Products and sports that is driven.
C.J. Blowers to work to Chandler Mikulik, Drew Barlow, and Hunter Cook here as we begin play in the top half of the second. Blowers goes into the windup. Here comes the pitch to Chandler. It is right at the knees for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Mikulik listed at 6'1", 220 out of Auburn Mountain View. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. A little bit high, and the count evens up at 1-1. On the year, Chandler, a .242 hitter with 1 home run. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, swung right through it, high heat. And the count is 1-2. Flowers working from the third base side of the pitching rubber. Third baseman Leighton Moniz plays quite deep. Now the wind, after having picked up a little bit earlier, has kind of died back down just a little bit, maybe blowing from left to right now. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Popped up right field. The right fielder sails, giving chase, and can't quite come up with it in foul territory. And they're going to say it's a fair ball. Landed just inside the foul line, going down the right field line. From my vantage point, it looked like it might have been just foul, but in fact, they say that it landed in fair territory. And the first base umpire going down the line had a good look at it. So a double, a bloop double off the bat of Chandler Mikulek. And in steps Drew Barlow. Drew, a young man out of Tumwater, started quite a few ball games for the Red Devils at third base this year, and just a terrific defensive ball player. Right-handed batter, hitting .231. Here comes the pitch. Down low, ball 1-0 the count. There was a point in the season where the Red Devils were struggling just a little bit offensively, and they moved Deshaun Johnson from second over to third to try to get Hunter Cook's bat in the lineup, and offense kind of took off. But certainly Drew, a fine ball player. There's the next pitch, fouled up and out of play, off to the right, and the count is 1-1 on Barlow. Flowers looks down, has the sign he wants. There's the pitch, chopped foul behind the plate. Count 1-2 on Drew. Where's that number 16? Right-handed batter gets back in. Even stance. Crowd's right up on the plate. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Curveball. Stays outside. 2-2 the count. As a financial cooperative founded by teachers, Spokane Teachers Credit Union is happy to support the students of the community colleges of Washington. You can join their not-for-profit credit union if you live, work, attend school, or worship anywhere in the state of Washington. 2-2 the count on Drew Barlow. Chandler Mikulek with the lead out at second. Nobody down here in the top half of the second. Red Devils lead it by a score of 1-0. There's the next pitch down low. 3-2 the count now on Drew Barlow. Celebrating 50 years of possibilities realized, Pierce College is here to guide you to student success. With more than 60 programs of study at Pierce, there's a fit for you, your life, and your schedule. Flowers ready. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. There's a little blooper headed out toward second base, and drifting out into very shallow right field. Nick Sokol makes the catch. So Barlow pops to second. One man down, and that'll bring in Hunter Cook. Hunter talked about inserting him in the lineup, and he did not disappoint, hitting .333 on the year and having a fine tournament, 6 for 12. Left-handed batter is Hunter. Flowers with a check of the runner at second. Here comes the pitch. There's a bunt up the third base side. Third baseman Moniz charges, throws to first, and just does get Hunter Cook. And on the play, Chandler Mikulek moves on down to third base. So Cook looking to bunt for a hit. He is out 5-3. Mikulek advancing on the play, and we go back to the top of the order for Kyle Sandstrom. Sandstrom singled to begin the ball game. Clark College in Vancouver, Washington is enrolling for winter quarter. Whether you want to advance your career, complete a degree, or earn your high school diploma, Clark College can help you reach your goals. Visit clark.edu to learn more. Flowers ready. The pitch is a curveball. Drops in nicely for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Lanky left-hander, pitching from the stretch with the runner on third, now steps off, gets back up on top. Kyle Sandstrom now steps out, takes a practice cut, gets back in. Here comes the 0-1 to Sandy. There's a ball hit to the left side, through and by the diving shortstop, Yugo Hamakawa, into left field for a base hit. So Sandstrom picks up Mikulik from third base. Sandstrom is a perfect 2 for 2 on the afternoon. And the Red Devils now lead Edmonds by a score of 2-0, and in steps JT Strickler. JT singled back in the first. Takes a big deep breath, kind of shrugs his shoulders and gets in that batter's box. The runner from first goes, pitches up high, throw down to second base, and they are going to nail Kyle Sandstrom. And Kyle is kind of rolling over in some discomfort out there, and I'm not sure if it's because he went over the top of the bag. It looks like he's grabbing his hand. And so we'll go ahead and step away. We have completed the second inning, as that is the third out of the inning. Red Devils lead at 2-0. We'll be back in 90 seconds.
Ready for a new adventure? Study at Douglas College in Vancouver, Canada. Take a post-degree program and launch your career, or prepare to study at top Canadian universities. Become eligible for a 3-year work visa with a 2-year program. Choose success. Choose Douglas College.
Those of you watching on Topher Vision, you see the replay there of Kyle Sandstrom going into second base, and after being checked out by the trainers, he will stay in the ball game. Takes his position in center field. Travis Painter will work to David Gibbons, Nathaniel Sagdahl, and Trey Tiffany. The first pitch to Gibbons is in for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Painter ready, the 0-1. It's outside ball 1. 1-1 the count. Outfield straightaway for Mr. Gibbons, hitting .268 on the year with no home runs. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. There's a line drive headed into left field. Blaze Arcano comes in, tries to make the diving catch. Cannot do so. Good attempt out there by Blaze, however. So a single, leadoff single for David Gibbons. And that will bring in Nathaniel Sagdahl, the catcher. Sagdahl, Gold Glove performer, hitting .307 on the year with 1 home run. Right-handed batter. Painter set, delivers, fastball, catches the outside edge right at the knees, and the count is 1 strike. Travis working from the first base side of the pitching rubber. Looks over his shoulder at Gibbons, the runner at first base. Middle infielders looking for a double play. The 0-1 pitch. There's a fly ball headed into left field. Arcano giving chase. Reaches up and snares it. Looked like he kind of slipped just a little bit as the ball came off the bat, but he caught up to it. Blaze with good running speed. So 1 man down here in the top or bottom half of the second. There you see Arcano's catch. For those of you watching on Topher Vision. Score at F7, and that'll bring in Trey Tiffany, the DH. Tiffany hitting an even 200 on the year. Pretty good-sized kid, right-handed batter. Painter checks the runner over at first. Gibbons, first pitch down low. JT Strickler, the catcher, faked to throw down to first base. Connor Sales in the on-deck circle for Edmonds. We're in the bottom of the second. Red Devils lead it 2-0. There's the pitch. There's a line drive down the left field line. Hooking foul. Makes its way down toward the party deck. Boy, Tiffany got into that one. We're neighbors helping neighbors through a tradition of service with more than 6,000 citizen soldiers, which comprise our ranks throughout Washington State. Guardsmen faithfully safeguard lives and property at home and abroad. National Guard soldiers and readiness centers are an integral part of Washington State's communities and will continue to be for generations to come. To learn more about the Washington National Guard, visit nationalguard.com or call 1-800-GO-GUARD. One-on-one the count on Trey Tiffany. Here comes the pitch. Breaking ball drops in for a called strike, and the count is 1-2. Good pitch by Travis Painter. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Curveball just a little bit low. Tiffany was kind of backing out of there. And boy, I'll tell you what, he took a look back at the home plate umpire to see if he was going to get rung up. 2-2 the count on the big right-handed batter. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Curveball down low and away. 3-2 the count now. Tiffany, a 6'1", 235-pounder out of Stanwood. So played his high school baseball in the Westco Conference. Here comes the 3-2 pitch, down low, ball 4. So that'll push David Gibbons on to second base. Trey Tiffany is aboard with a base on balls. And that will bring in Connor Sales, the right fielder. Sales hitting .271 on the year with no home runs. Left-handed batter. Open stance. Runners get their leads. Here's the pitch. A little bit low, ball 1. That was over but low. 1-0 the count. Red Devil third baseman Drew Barlow plays well off the line. Outfield plays straight away. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Right at the knees on the inside edge, breaking ball. And the count is 1-1. Travis working from the first base side of the pitching rubber. Has a sign he wants from his catcher, JT Strickler. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Popped up on the infield, or rather shallow center field. Got a convergence of 3 players out there, and the second baseman, Hunter Cook, makes the catch just on the outfield grass. So 2 men down. And that will bring in the number 8 hitter in the lineup for Edmonds, Colby Force. Force hitting .239 on the year with 2 home runs. Big gaps in the power alleys as the corner outfielders play relatively close to the lines. There's a pitch. Ball hit to the right side. Hunter Cook ranging to his left, gathers it in, underhands a toss to Sam Trent Beacom. And that will do it for Edmonds here in the bottom of the second. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, 2 runners left. We have played 2. The score, Lower Columbia 2, Edmonds nothing.
More than 6,000 citizen soldiers throughout Washington. Guardsmen faithfully safeguard lives and property at home and abroad. National Guard soldiers and readiness centers are an integral part of Washington's communities and will continue to be for generations. Learn more about the Washington National Guard. Visit that.
I am strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence.
I trust my gut.
No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
There is no obstacle an engineer can't tackle, build around, or blow up. Skilled and versatile, these soldiers pave the way, building fortifications, detecting and destroying mines, or restoring electricity after a natural disaster. Nothing stands in the way of a Guard engineer.
C.J. Blowers will pitch to J.T. Strickler, Sam Trent Beacom, and Ricky Muzzy as we get ready to play here in the top half of the third. Kyle Sandstrom was caught stealing to end the second. Strickler stands in. Here comes the first pitch from Blowers. In for a called strike. Nice pitch, and the count is 0-1. J.T. out of Meridian, Idaho. Very effervescent young guy. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Going to be a little bit low, and the count is 1-1. Redshirted his first year, coming off of an arm injury, arm surgery, and led the league in hitting last year and did so again this year. The 1-1. I say league, and I meant region. 2-1 the count on JT. He's played a little first base, catches, DH. Good athlete. Here comes a 2-1 pitch. A little bit inside, apparently. Some of the Edmonds fans kind of groan. 3-1 the count now on the Red Devil sophomore. Going to play ball at Boise State next year. Here comes a 3-1. There's a line drive headed into left field. The left fielder, Forrest, comes in and cannot make the catch. Good diving attempt out there in left field by Colby Forrest, but he could not come up with it. So Strickler is aboard with a single here, leading off the third inning, so he is 2 for 2 on the day. And that'll bring in Sam Trent Beacom, and there you see the replay. Good diving attempt. Boy, I'll tell you what, Colby Forrest, when you watch the replay there, was lucky to have stuck that glove out and kept that ball from going to the fence as he was going to the ground. Strickler gets his lead over at first. Blowers with a hesitation delivers a fastball just off the outside edge, and the count is 1-ball. CJ looking down to his catcher. Nathaniel Sagdahl has the one he wants. Here comes the pitch outside, ball 2. Celebrating 50 years of possibilities realized, Pierce College is here to guide you to student success. With more than 60 programs of study at Pierce, there's a fit for you, your life, and your schedule. That includes short-term certificate programs, transfer degrees, and even baccalaureate degrees. Your choice is clear, Pierce College. There's a pitch fouled behind the plate, and the count runs to 2-1 on Sam Trent Beacom. Not to be outdone, Clark College in Vancouver enrolling for winter quarter. Whether you want to advance your career, complete a degree, or earn your high school diploma, Clark College can help you reach your goals. Toss over to first base. Getting back easily is J.T. Strickler. Blowers ready. Here comes the pitch. Up high. 3-1 the count on Sam Trent Beacom. Ricky Muzzy is in the on-deck circle. Eric Lane down in the third base coach's box. Need to put a pedometer on that guy, see how much he walks during the game. Next pitch hits him. Breaking ball, broke in and he got him. So Sam Trent Beacom will make his way down to first base. J.T. Strickler will move on down to second. So they calling that ball 4, or was he hit? Ball 4, okay, so he was hit, but they say he did not get out of the way, but it was ball 4. So a base on balls is the official ruling, and there you see it. Got hit up on the left elbow, just above the left elbow. In steps Ricky Muzzy. Ricky walked back in the first inning. Trent Beacom gets his lead off at first. Corner infielders play up, middle infielders play back. Outfield straight away for Ricky. Blowers ready. Here comes the pitch. There's a fly ball lifted into right center field. The center fielder Morrison racing back now, heads over into right center field. The wind kind of caught that, makes the catch. Strickler on his way into third, and now they've got Sam Trent Beacom trying to break from first to go to second, and they're going to get him out. Perhaps a late decision on the part of Sam there, as he broke kind of late from first towards second. And the third baseman rifled the ball down to the second baseman, Sokol covering, and they record the out. So 2 men down. Strickler is aboard at third, and a couple of base running errors, perhaps running the Red Devils out of some rallies here. They do lead 2-0 in the top of the third. There's a pitch foul back into the screen by Noah Andrews, and the count is 1 strike. Flowers will pitch from the stretch with Strickler over at third. Noah Andrews trying to pick up Strickler. Here comes the next pitch. Fouled again into the screen off to the right of home plate. Fielded there on 1 bounce by Blaze Arcano, the on-deck batter. Nice crowd down the right field line in the picnic area. Amazed how many people like to sit down there. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at high heat, and that'll do it for the Red Devils here in the top half of the third. They threaten, but they come up empty. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. On to the bottom of the third. Red Devils 2, Tritons nothing.
Nestled within tall trees and beautiful buildings, Pierce College has established itself as a national leader in improving student success. With 2 main campuses in Puyallup and Fort Steilacoom, and satellite campuses on Joint Base Lewis-McChord, Pierce College strives to create quality educational opportunities to help students realize their possibilities. As we celebrate 50 years in the community, Pierce College is proud to offer more than 60 programs of study with a fit for you, your life, your schedule, and your dream. Find your path, start at Pierce College today, and realize your possibilities. Visit pierce.ctc.edu.
The first day of school is kind of scary. You don't know your teachers yet or who your friends will be. But school is really important. It's how you learn things and grow.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna do great, Mommy.
For you, for them, Clark College. Get started today at clark.edu.
I'm Deborah Jackson. I work at STCU. During the windstorm of 2015, we were expecting that members would need any number of things. I was talking with a colleague. It popped into my head that why can't we do something to help offset that cost for our members and our community? So that day we came up with the Get It Fixed loan. Everyone was on board with it. It was done that day. Being part of this community and involved and invested as we are, when we see a need like that, we take the action. I'm Deborah Jackson, and STCU is here for good.
On to the bottom half of the third, Travis Painter continues to work for the Red Devils. He'll face the numbers 9, 1, and 2 hitters in the lineup for Edmonds. Their first pitch to Leighton Moniz is right at the knees for a called strike. And the count is 0-1. Travis working quickly, the 0-1, a swing and a miss at a fastball right on the outside edge, 0-2 the count. Leighton spells his first name L-E-I-G-H-T-O-N. Last name M-O-N-I-Z. Here comes the 0-2, overthrown very high, 1-2 the count. Center fielder Kyle Sandstrom shaded over into right center field a few steps. Travis Painter ready, here comes the 1-2. Curveball, and that was inside, and Moniz took a rip at it and hit it off the fist into the grandstand down the left field line. That might have been self-defense. That pitch might have hit him. Somebody down in the stands made a pretty good catch. Here comes the 1-2. There's a wow ball lined into the Red Devil dugout, and that hit somebody over in the dugout. I think that might have been Ian Sandstrom, one of the coaches there, who was kind of ducking out of the way. Kind of a glancing blow, but man, that came off the end of the bat and just went rifling over there. Here comes the 1-2. Popped up right side. Sam Trenbeacom moves over and is going to watch it drift out of play. Count remains 1-2 on Leighton Moniz, who's making Travis Painter work. Painter standing on top of the rubber, working from the center of the pitching rubber, now slides to the first base side. There's a line drive headed into right or left center field. Arcano makes an incredible diving catch. Blaze Arcano, ranging to his left into left center field, went all out and came up with a spectacular diving catch. And you're going to get a chance to see it there on Topher Vision. Great camera work. And I'll tell you what, there was no room to spare there. He was fully extended when he hauled that in. Perhaps the play of the tournament. One man down. And we go back to the top of the order for Guthrie Morrison. Granted, I did not see play on Friday or Saturday because I was covering the high school tournament, but that was a doozy of a play. There's a line drive into left field, and this time Arcano has the ball get by him, and it's going to go all the way to the wall, and Morrison is going to go into second base, and we'll see. It's going to be a single and an error, so a spectacular play followed by a misplay. Isn't that the way it works? And you get a chance to see the replay. Oh my goodness, he just kind of misjudged the ball, and then he kind of stumbled. So a base hit and a walk, or an error, excuse me. So Morrison is aboard at second. Give him a single, and Nick Sokol will step in. Here comes the pitch to Sokol. There's a fly ball lifted into center field. Kyle Sandstrom ranges to his right, makes the catch. So 2 men down now. And that'll bring in Yugo Hamakawa. Blaze still out in left field, kind of doing a dance out there, and disappointed in himself on that ball that got by him. Hamakawa skied to left his first time up. Painter ready. Here comes the pitch. There's a ball hit sharply right down to Sam Trembeacom. Knocks it down, picks it up, flips it to the pitcher covering. They tried to get the tag on him, but not quite in time. Not sure that Painter really had enough time to get over there. That ball was laced down the first base line. It was a pretty good attempt, and I think Eric Lane is going to go out and maybe ask for a replay. It looked like maybe they got the tag on Hamakawa coming down the line before he got to the bag. So Eric talking to the first base umpire, Chris Claflin. By the way, today's umpires are brought to you by Cascade Eye Care at 11th and Fur in Longview. The officials and referees of all sporting events count on good eyesight to make the right call. You make the right call and have your eyes professionally examined at Cascade Eye Care at 11th and Fur in Longview. And the home plate umpire for this afternoon's game is Ken Diber. Chris Claflin is the gentleman down at first. John Jackson is at second base, and Tyler Schmidt is at third. And in fact, this play is going to be under review. The play at first base under review as the home plate umpire Ken Diver comes back and addresses the press box. It's been kind of fun to have the replay system in effect here for the tournament, and in the ball game completed prior to this one when Yakima down Spokane 5-4, the replay did come into effect, and there was a call overturned, and there you see the replay, and boy, that's close. Just a question of whether or not, boy, there's no question he had his glove out in front. The glove was out in front of the runner. Get a different vantage point from it here on, for those of you watching on Topher Vision. There you see Mikulik makes a nice play to knock the ball down. And I'm not sure if he got the glove on him. That's going to be the key right there as they go back into slow-mo. And it's all open to interpretation. There it would appear there that maybe he did get him. But again, a very close call on whether it's conclusive enough to overturn it, and yet another vantage point here. Now from that vantage point, it looks like they got him. But again, you can't see the glove on his body, so you just don't know. Red Devil Baseball coming to you on 1490 KLOG, Kelso Longview, also on the FM band, 100.7. And also, you're able to watch it on Topher Vision. Spokane Teachers Credit Union congratulates the athletes, coaches, and fans enjoying today's game. As a financial cooperative founded by teachers, they salute the efforts on the court and in the classroom. Students, workers, and residents of Washington are invited to join the not-for-profit credit union. And the replay continues, and they're going to call him safe. So it just wasn't conclusive enough, I don't think, to overturn it. So play will resume as we've got runners on. I think we'll give him a hit on that, Keith. Is that correct? In fact, it is. Keith Larson, the official scorer. So that is 2 hits in the inning. Runners on first and third now with 2 men down. And in steps David Gibbons. First pitch to Gibbons. Breaking ball down low. Good stop by the catcher, JT Strickler. Gibbons singled in the second inning. Right-handed batter. Painter from the stretch. The 1-0 pitch hit right back through the middle, but the second baseman was positioned right in behind the bag perfectly, Hunter Cook. So an easy out on a ball that looked like it could have easily been headed into center field. So good defensive placement by the by the LCC coaching staff, and that'll do it for Edmonds here in the bottom half of the third as they come up with no runs on 2 hits, no errors, 2 runners left. We have played 3, the score, Lower Columbia 2, Edmonds nothing.
Ready for a new adventure? Study at Douglas College in Vancouver, Canada. Take a post-degree program and launch your career, or prepare to study at top Canadian universities. Become eligible for a 3-year work visa with a 2-year program. Choose success. Choose Douglas College.
locally and regularly and shipping them across the United States. Check them out at brightline.com to see how they can help your business needs today. To the fourth inning. Leading off the left fielder, number 6 plays Arcano.
On to the top half of the fourth, ball game moving along at a pretty brisk pace. C.J. Blowers will pitch to Blaze Arcano here. The first pitch, outside ball one, 1-0 the count. Blaze to be followed by Chandler Mikulik and Drew Barlow. Numbers 6, 7, and 8 in the order for the Lower Columbia College Red Devils. Here comes a 1-0 pitch. Chopped foul at the plate. Count evens up at 1-1. Edmonds got to the NWACs and won their division on the strength of their pitching. Here comes the 1-1 pitch, right at the knees for a called strike, and the count is 1-2. Nice pitch by Blowers. Tall left-hander with that glove in front of his face. Pitching hand down to his side. Now Arcano calls timeout, steps out of the batter's box, now gets back in. Kids on the team absolutely love Blaze Arcano. They describe him as a terrific teammate. Like I said, pitch inside, kicks away from the catcher, Nathaniel Sagdahl. And I don't think there can be better praise. And are they going to say he got hit? And now they're going to call the umpires in. Arcano's going to throw the bat away. I thought he did get hit, the way it kicked out of there. And then when he didn't move and the umpire didn't call it, I thought, well, it just kicked off the catcher. So now we're going to have a conference again, and probably the right thing to do if the home plate umpire Ken Diver is not 100% sure, go out and bring some of the good minds of baseball together and see what they saw. Wind blowing a little bit from left to right right now as we near the 5 o'clock hour here in Longview, Kelso. The visit continues out there. And in fact, they are going to award him first base. So Blaze Arcano was hit. It was interesting to me that now Scott Kelly, the head coach for Edmonds, is going to come out and question it. And I understand that. It looked like Blaze did get hit, but Blaze didn't move. The umpire didn't call it. And finally, Eric Lane came down and said, hey, you know, you got hit. And so Blaze threw the bat away and headed on down to first base. So Scott out arguing his case right now. Scott's a nice guy. Scott's a very nice man. Typically, Lower Columbia and Edmonds will play each other early in the season, preseason, and those oftentimes are a barometer of where they're at. Certainly, they're perennial powers here within the NWAC, and now the first base umpire comes up the line to join the conversation. That's Chris Claflin, and it could be that Chris is the one that maybe made the decision within the huddle of umpires there and said, no, he definitely got hit. Now Scott's headed back to the third base dugout, so he's not going to win the argument, but he certainly had a say. And now the home plate umpire is going to chase. Now they're going to go to the review, so we're going to do it again. So whether or not Blaze Arcano was hit by a pitch is going to be determined by what they see on video. We're neighbors helping neighbors through a tradition of service with more than 6,000 citizen soldiers, which comprise our ranks throughout Washington state. Guardsmen faithfully safeguard lives and property at home and abroad. National Guard soldiers and readiness centers are an integral part of Washington state's communities and will continue to be for generations to come. To learn more about the Washington National Guard, visit nationalguard.com or call 1-800-GO-GUARD. So the review continues. Down the first base line, again using the Topher Vision cameras, and they've done an outstanding job here throughout the tournament, as they always do. Chris Garrad and his crew covering every pitch of every ball game. This reminder, you are listening to NWAC Championship Baseball on 1490 KLOG Kelso Longview, along with 100.7 on the FM band, and you are watching on Topher Vision. So the review of the video continues down the first base line. Again, if Lower Columbia wins, they would remain the only unbeaten team in the tournament. Edmonds would be out, and Lower Columbia would play Yakima tomorrow, first game at 12:05. Yakima would need to beat Lower Columbia twice to capture the tournament. If Lower Columbia loses, they would play at 3 o'clock tomorrow against the winner of Edmonds and Yakima, and that's the tournament format. So the call stands. They confirm that Blaze Arcano was hit, and Chandler Mikulik will step in with nobody down and a runner aboard. First pitch to Mikulik is poured in there for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Arcano with good running speed, has a nice healthy lead over there at first. Here comes the next pitch, a check swing, takes it down low, and the count evens up at 1-1 on Chandler. Once again, Arcano with a good lead over at first base. There's a toss over to first, and that's a throw down the right field line. That's going to allow Arcano to get up and move on down into second base. Ball chased down by the right fielder Connor Sales. So an error on the pitcher C.J. Blowers allows Arcano to move into second, and let's see how Eric plays this. Might he try to bunt Arcano along to third, or is he going to let Chandler go ahead and hit away? I don't recall seeing Chandler bunt in a game situation this year, but that certainly does not mean he can't bunt. Here comes the 1-1. A check swing, takes it down low, and the count is 2-1. Now they ask the first base umpire, and he says, no, he went. So 1-2 the count on Chandler Mikulik. Drew Barlow is in the on-deck circle for the Red Devils. Red Devils have had a couple of base running errors that have cost them a couple of runs today, although they do lead 2-0. 2 runs on 6 hits for the Red Devils, no runs on 3 hits for Edmonds. Blauer steps off the pitching rubber. Now gets back up. Working from the third base side now with a runner on at second. Left-hander ready. Here comes the 1-2. Curveball high. 2-2 the count. Don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but talking to Bob Rose in the press box earlier, and Bob keeps scorebook for the Cowlitz Black Bears during the course of the summer. Here comes a 2-2, up high ball 3, gets to know the kids pretty well, and you know what their interests and stuff are. I guess CJ Blowers has a gift with young kids. They say kids just really gravitate to him, and he enjoys them and kind of mentors them. Here comes the 3-2. There's a fly ball lifted up and out of play, first base side. Count remains full. Nice when the Black Bears can come to town and some of these college kids can take an interest in some of the local young kids who so admire them. Give something back to the community. Black Bears will have 30 games, not counting postseason, at home again this year. And I believe they start May 30th, if I got my schedule right. That'd be next week. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. It's going to be called strike 3. Just a good pitch, and Chandler was caught looking and called out, and I think he knew it. I think he was kind of coaxed a walk out of the home plate umpire, Ken Diber, but Ken was going to have nothing to do with it. So he is down. That's 3 strikeouts now for CJ Blowers. And that'll bring in Drew Barlow. Barlow popped to the second baseman his first time up. Here comes the pitch. There's a chopper, third base side, fielded in fair territory by Leighton Moniz. The throw over to first, and it's in time to get Barlow, who goes in with a head-first slide. Nice play down there by Leighton Moniz to hold the runner over at second. So 2 men down. And that'll bring in Hunter Cook. Hunter laid down a bunt, tried to leg it out back in the second inning, and was just nipped at first base by the third baseman, Moniz. Left-handed batter gets in the old box. Pretty much an even stance. Left-hander against left-hander. Here comes a pitch, curveball in there for a called strike. Nice pitch by Blowers. And the count is 1 strike. Hunter, a 6'1", 170 pounder. Hometown Redmond, Washington. Here comes the 0-1. Lifted in the air. Second baseman Sokol drifting back into shallow right center field, makes the catch, and that will do it for the Red Devils here in the top half of the 4th. No runs on no hits. There was 1 error. There was 1 man left. We move to the bottom half of the 4th. The score: Lower Columbia 2, Edmonds nothing.
I am strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence.
I trust my gut.
No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
Soldiers in the Guard's intelligence field gather information on the enemy using a variety of tactics. Scanning foreign communications, conducting interrogations, and debriefing friendly contacts, all while delivering and coordinating data to help allies on the battlefield or stop civil emergencies. The enemy can't hide from Guard intelligence.
On to the bottom half of the fourth. Travis Painter will work to the numbers 5, 6, and 7 hitters in the lineup for Edmonds. Nathaniel Sagdahl steps in, takes the first pitch down low, ball 1, 1-0 the count. Sagdahl to be followed by Trey Tiffany and Connor Sales. Painter ready, here comes the next pitch. Ball chopped, third base side foul, goes by the third base coach. Gonna make its way down the left field line and just does roll into fair territory there. One of the Edmonds players gonna go down and chase that ball down. 1-1 the count on Nathaniel Sagdahl. Gold glove catcher for Edmonds. Here comes the 1-1, breaking ball. Down low and away, 2-1 the count. Congratulations to the Kelso Highlanders. Second place in state. 3A baseball. 2-1 pitch up high. Came up short yesterday against Southridge, but boy, what a terrific run over the late part of the regular season and into the postseason. That was just a terrific baseball team, and again, came up short yesterday against Southridge, but very proud of the Highlanders. A 3-1 pitch, down low, ball 4. Leadoff walk to Nathaniel Sagdahl. Edmonds fans start to get into it a little bit here as they get a runner aboard. And that'll bring in Trey Tiffany, the DH. Tiffany walked in his plate appearance back in the second inning. Travis Painter ready, here comes the pitch. Just a little bit low, and now JT Strickler going to call timeout and go out and have a quick word with his right-handed pitcher. And while he does that, Trey Tiffany going to go down and meet with his third base coach about halfway up the line. JT has had his say. Got to know JT pretty well. The first year he was here 2 years ago when he was redshirting due to injury, he ran the score clock pretty much most of the year while I was doing public address or the broadcast. Here comes the 1-0. There's a fly ball lifted into right center field. This is going to be trouble. Outfielders chasing it down, will not catch up to it. The right fielder, Noah Andrews, comes up with it, picks it up on one bounce. And on the play, Nathaniel Sagdahl will move around from first to third, and Trey Tiffany is aboard with a single. So Edmonds threatening here in the bottom half of the fourth, trailing 2-0. But they've got the first two runners aboard at third and first, respectively. And that will bring in Connor Sales, the right fielder.
That is the right fielder, number 19, Connor Sales.
Ryan Littlefield out in front of the dugout. Repositioning Blaze Arcano, moves him over a little bit toward the left field line. Kyle Sandstrom straight away in center field, right in behind the bag. And the right fielder Noah Andrews straight away as well. Sales, a left-handed batter. He squares to bunt, takes the pitch up high. It was a safety squeeze that was on. 1 ball the count. Left-hander with 1 foot out of the box, now gets back in, taps the plate a couple of times. Trey Tiffany is short lead over at first. Travis Painter ready once again. Squares to bunt, takes the pitch up high, ball 2, 2-0 the count. And now Ian Sanderson, the pitching coach for the Red Devils, is going to make his way to the mound and try to get Travis Painter dialed back in here, as all of a sudden that plate jumping around on him just a little bit. Got Mariner baseball for you coming up this week, as they have a 3-game series against the Texas Rangers. Texas in town. Airtime 12 noon tomorrow, 6 o'clock on both Tuesday and Wednesday. Also, we'll have the NWAC championship game, possibly 2 games tomorrow. Airtime on 101.5 The Wave. Again, it's going to be on 101.5 The Wave tomorrow. Airtime 11:55. The visit continues between Coach Sanderson, Travis Painter, and the catcher JT Strickler. And the home plate umpire Ken Diber going to go out there and try to get it moving along. And Ian has had his say and is making his way back toward that first base dugout. Understand that Deshaun Johnson might be the first reliever up for Lower Columbia today. And we do have a right-hander working down in the bullpen right now, and I can't pick up the number. Deshaun, both a position player, normally plays third base, and is a pitcher as well. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Popped up on the infield, playable. First baseman, Sam Trent Beacom, drifts back, makes the catch in fair territory, so that is a big out here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. One man down, and that will bring in Colby Force, and that is Deshaun Johnson working down in the bullpen. Good work by the camera crew there for Topher Vision. In steps Colby Force. Force bounced to the second baseman, his first time up. Here comes the pitch. Right on the outside edge for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Nice pitch by Travis Painter. Red Devils would love to turn a twin killing here and get out of this thing. Leading 2-0, but Edmonds with runners on first and third, one man down. Painter ready, the 0-1 pitch. A little bit outside, ball 2. JT Strickler tried to frame that. Did not get the call. Outfield straight away for Mr. Force. Leighton Moniz is in the on-deck circle for the Edmonds Tritons. Here comes the 1-1. There's a line drive caught there by the third baseman. Throw back to first, not quite in time. Kind of a soft liner that Drew Barlow, moving to his left, hauled in and rifled the ball over to the first baseman, Sam Trent Beacom, but the runner over there, Trey Tiffany, dived back in safely. So 2 down now, and that will bring in Leighton Moniz. Moniz skied to left his first time up. And that was the diving catch out there in left field by Blaze Arcano. Moniz 1 for 8. Make it 1 for 9 in tournament play now. The first pitch is a fastball just a little bit low, and the count is 1 ball. Travis ready. Check of the runners, delivers. Popped up and out of play, first base side. Count evens up at 1-1. Moniz got out of the box, now gets back in. Currently 73 degrees here in Longview. Here comes the 1-1 pitch, a little bit high, ball 2. 2-1 the count on Leighton Moniz. Deshaun Johnson continues to work down in the Red Devil bullpen. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Chopped foul up the third base side. Foul by about 5 or 6 feet. Going to make its way down the fence line. Blaze Arcano picks it up, tosses it to one of the Edmonds players who was going down to chase it down. 2-2 the count now on Leighton Moniz. Travis Painter wearing number 46 out there on the Red Devil jersey. Wearing the navy blue uniforms today, or jerseys anyway, with the white pants. Sophomore right-hander ready. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. There's a ball hit foul up and off the screen over the first base dugout. And I'll tell you what, Leighton Moniz just kind of stuck that bat out there to protect the plate and just did get a piece of it. Umpire asks for some new baseballs and gets them. Count remains 2-2 on Moniz. Painter once again ready. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. There's a ball lined into left field. Arcano coming in on it. He will not be able to make the play. Fields it on one bounce. And Edmonds has their first run of the ball game as Leighton Moniz drives in Nathaniel Sagdahl from third base. And we've got a 2-1 ball game. Edmonds fans into the ball game now. Now we go back to the top of the order for Guthrie Morrison. Morrison, a dangerous hitter, hitting .373 on the year. He has singled in 2 plate appearances. Runners get their leads out at first and second base. Here comes the pitch, down a little bit low and outside, ball 1, 1-0 the count. We thought it'd be a good ball game, and it has not disappointed. Travis ready. A look at the runner at second. A second look at the runner. Now steps off. Would not imagine that Trey Tiffany is a threat to steal out at second, but nonetheless, you want to keep him close. Here comes the 1-0. Way outside ball 2. 2-0 the count, and Ian Sanderson, the pitching coach, getting pretty fidgety over there in the first base dugout. Looked for a second like he was going to make his way out to the mound. Now he makes his way back toward the water jug. JT Strickler runs the baseball out to Travis Painter. Try to get him refocused. Travis been a good pitcher for the Red Devils in his 2 years here. Eric Lane, the head coach, also out of Port Angeles. Here comes the 2-0. Nice pitch, right at the knees, tailed back in on the right-handed hitting Guthrie Morrison, and the count now 2-1. Painter has a signing once from JT Strickler. Here comes the 2-1. There's a ball laced into left center field. Arcano has the range, settles under it, makes the catch. And that will do it for Edmonds here in the bottom half of the fourth, but they come up with 1 run on 2 hits. No Red Devil errors, 2 runners left. We have played 4. The score, Lower Columbia 2, Edmonds 1.
Red Lion Hotels Corporation is built to thrive. With innovative programming and in-the-know staff, our hotel brands offer guests great stays and a chance to immerse in local culture. Red Lion Hotels and Red Lion Inn and Suites are better than ever. For travelers who want to get lost and discover adventure, we open the door to the best local experiences. We have reinvented the loyalty program. Introducing Hello Rewards, the first recognition-based loyalty program that encourages members to go further, fly higher, travel better, with tailor-made rewards. And we're not stopping yet. Presenting Hotel RL, our newest hotel brand. Inspired by the natural beauty of the Pacific Northwest, an uplifting, relaxed atmosphere, a staff that loves what they do. For adventurers at heart, Hotel RL will inspire an amazing journey. Our future has never been brighter. 3 strong brands, an expanding portfolio, industry-leading innovation with turnkey solutions, simple fee structures, areas of protection, continued support from day one. We make partnerships easy. Reach a new breed of traveler with RLHC.
On to the top half of the 5th inning, C.J. Blowers will work to the top third of the Red Devil lineup. Kyle Sandstrom, J.T. Strickler, and Sam Trend Beacom. We've got a 1-run ball game. Red Devils 2, Edmonds 1 here. Blowers ready. The first pitch to Sandy is outside ball 1. 1-0 the count. Blowers, again working quickly with nobody on base, delivers. This time it's up a little bit high, ball 2, 2-0 the count. Blowers is a basketball player. He's built like a basketball player. Long and lean. Moves quickly. 2-0 pitch. A little bit high, ball 3. Going to take a walk around the back side of the mound. Rub up the baseball a little bit, think about it. Now get back up on top. Flowers ready, the 3-0. Poured in there for a called strike. Count 3-1. A lot of nervous energy from C.J. Blowers. Here comes the 3-1. There's a chopper to the right side. First baseman Gibbons racing to the bag, and it's not going to be in time. Kyle Sandstrom with blistering speed, and of course going out of the left-handed batter's box, beats the first baseman Gibbons to the bag with a head-first slide, and now he comes up a little bit lame again. And of course, he hurt his hand sliding headfirst into second base earlier in the ball game, so he's going to be okay. JT's going to step in, so a base hit, not going to appeal it. That's the 7th hit in the ball game for the Red Devils. Sandstrom gets his lead. The first pitch to Strickler. He is in there for a called strike breaking ball, and the count is 0-1. Flowers looking down to his catcher, Nathaniel Sagdahl. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. There's a ball hit sharply down to the third baseman. He smothers it, goes to second for one, to throw back to first, and it's in time. Terrific double play, turned by Edmonds, 5-4-3. Moniz to Sokol to Gibbons. And I'll tell you what, Moniz is a good third baseman. That ball was smoked. There you see the double play right there, and close play over at first base, but they record the out. So 2 men down here in the top half of the 5th, and that'll bring in Sam Trend Beacom. And Eric Lane coming over to talk to the first base umpire right now, and we'll see if they're going to get a replay on this. We are neighbors helping neighbors through a tradition of service with more than 6,000 citizen soldiers, which comprise our ranks throughout Washington State. Guardsmen faithfully safeguard lives and property at home and abroad. To learn more about the Washington National Guard, visit nationalguard.com or call 1-800-GO-GUARD. They will not challenge the call. So 2 men down here in the top of the 5th. The pitch to Sam Trent Beacom is up high, ball 1, 1-0 the count. Just a terrific double play turned by the Edmonds Tritons. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Sam, down low, ball 2, 2-0 the count. If you can win that North Division with the likes of Everett and Bellevue, you're a good baseball team. Edmonds is a good baseball team. Outfield straight away for Sam. Left fielder Force plays deep. The next pitch is down low, ball 3, 3-0 the count. Ricky Muzzy in the on-deck circle for the Red Devils. Flowers ready. Here comes the 3-0. Called a strike right at the knees, and the count goes to 3-1. Sam was taken all the way that time. Flowers peers over the top of his glove. Goes into the windup. Here's the 3-1. Popped up, first base side. First baseman Sales drifting into foul territory. The wind catches it and blows it into the crowd. Just beyond the scaffolding used for the camera crew down the first base line. Again, nice crowd down that first base line. 3-2 the count now on Sam Trend Beacom. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Hit on the ground, out toward the shortstop. Hamakawa fields, throws to first in time, and that'll do it for the Red Devils here in the top of the 5th. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, nobody left. We move to the bottom of the 5th. Lower Columbia 2, Edmonds 1.
Medical specialists in the Guard are skilled in CPR, field triage, and emergency life support. Medics stabilize and evac the wounded during combat, come to the aid of civilians in a disaster, and provide day-to-day outpatient care. Medical specialists are saving lives on and off the battlefield.
Ready for a new adventure? Study at Douglas College in Vancouver, Canada. Take a post-degree program and launch your career, or prepare to study at top Canadian universities. Become eligible for a 3-year work visa with a 2-year program. Choose success. Choose Douglas College.
The first day of school is kind of scary. You don't know your teachers yet or who your friends will be. But school is really important. It's how you learn things and grow.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna do great, Mommy.
For you, for them, Clark College. Get started today at clark.edu.
On to the bottom half of the fifth. Travis Painter will come back out to work to the numbers 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the lineup for Edmonds. Travis kind of wobbled a little bit in the fourth, but got out of it. Here comes the first pitch, fouled back into the screen by Nick Sokol, to be followed by Yugo Hamakawa and David Gibbons. Travis ready. Here comes the 0-1. Check swing down low. They asked the first base umpire. And in fact, the home plate umpire is just going to say, yeah, he went. 0-2 the count on Nick Sokol. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss down low. Kicks away from the catcher, Strickler. Soft toss down to first in time. And the runner heading up the line kind of collides a little bit with Sam Trent-Beacom. And that is one that Nick Sokol probably wasn't going to win. Sam Trent-Beacom, a very large human being. And it wasn't anything intentional or flagrant anyway. So a strikeout victim. And that is the first strikeout recorded by Travis Painter. First pitch to Yugo Hamakawa is a ball. 1-0. The second pitch outside, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Painter ready. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Breaking ball, catches the inside edge for a called strike. Be sure to check out the NWAC on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram for all the latest NWAC news. Also visit nwacsports.org for all the most recent information, and specifically on the tournament results. 3-1 the count now. That pitch was outside to Hamagawa. Travis ready. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. There's a ball hit to the right side. A nice sliding stop by the second baseman, Hunter Cook, who throws out Hamagawa. Nice play by the second baseman, Hunter Cook, ranging wide to his left, went into a slide, came up with that ball. There you see the replay on Topher Vision. Good camera work. And they just do get the hustling Yugo Hamagawa. Hunter Cook has turned into a really good second baseman. There's the first pitch to David Gibbons, down low, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Next pitch up high. Celebrating 50 years of possibilities realized, Pierce College is here to guide you to student success. With more than 60 programs of study at Pierce, there's a fit for you, your life, and your schedule. Be sure to check out Pierce College. 2-0 the count. There's the pitch. Fouled, chopped third base side. Fielded, almost fielded cleanly there by Drew Barlow, trying to chase it down. Knocked it down, kept it from going down the left field line. 2-1 the count on David Gibbons. Nathaniel Sagdahl is in the on-deck circle. The 2-1 pitch, outside, ball 3. 3-1 the count. Travis ready. Here comes the 3-1. Fastball right at the knees. Nice pitch. Count full now on David Gibbons. Gibbons has singled and bounced to the second baseman, who was covering the bag at second. There's the next pitch. Called strike 3. Caught the inside corner. Gibbons thought it was going to be ball 4. So that'll do it for Edmonds here in the bottom of the fifth. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We have played 5. The score, Lower Columbia 2, Edmonds 1.
I'm strong. I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence.
I trust my gut.
No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
Yeah, try it. I know it looks like a mess. CJ Blowers out for his 6th inning of work. Red Devils lead Edmonds 2-1. Blowers to face Ricky Muzzy, Noah Andrews, and Blaze Arcano. Numbers 4, 5, and 6 hitters in the lineup for the Red Devils. 2 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for Lower Columbia. 1 run, 5 hits, and 1 error for Edmonds. Blowers ready. Here comes the pitch to Ricky. It's right at the knees for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Muzzy has walked, and he is skied to center. 4 for 10 officially in the tournament. Here comes the 0-1, cued off the end of the bat, foul into the screen, off to the right of home plate. And the count quickly 2 strikes on the young man from Whidbey Island. Played his high school baseball at South Whidbey High School. Blowers is ready. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Chopped foul behind the plate. Count remains 0-2. Blowers kind of hesitated in his windup on that particular pitch. Blaze Arcano chases the ball down behind the home plate area. Carries it back over to the Red Devil dugout. Muzzy, even stance. This kid really has power to the gaps. Here comes the 0-2, way high, overthrown by Blowers. 1-2 the count. Outfield shaded just a little bit to the right, not much. Here comes the 1-2, chopped foul behind the plate. Count remains 1-2. Almost a self-defense swing that time by Ricky. Blowers peering down over the glove. Now Muzzy going to step out. Now it gets back in. Blowers into the windup, the 1-2. Curveball outside, 2-2 the count. Not much of a break on that curveball that time by CJ. Those of you watching on Topher Vision see the wind blowing CJ's jersey. Here comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss at a good fastball. Good pitch by Blowers. Muzzy down on strikes. One down here in the top half of the 6th. That is strikeout number 4 for Mr. Blowers. Noah Andrews steps in. Noah singled in the 1st inning, struck out in the 3rd. Here's the pitch, up high. Ball 1. 1-0 the count. Spokane Teachers Credit Union salutes the community colleges of Washington for helping students achieve their educational and career goals for more than 50 years. When it comes to your financial goals, join the not-for-profit financial cooperative. There's a ball hit to the left side by a diving shortstop into left field for a base hit. Noah Andrews with a single, sharp single to left field. He's aboard. Spokane Teachers Credit Union serving members throughout the state of Washington. Blaze Arcano steps in. Arcano has hit into a fielder's choice and was hit by a pitch. And now we're going to get a visit to the mound as the pitching coach for Edmonds is going to come out. Celebrating 50 years of possibilities realized, Pierce College is here to guide you to student success. With more than 60 programs of study at Pierce, There's a fit for you, your life, and your schedule, including short-term certificate programs, transfer degrees, and even baccalaureate degrees. Pierce College provides flexible degree options to help you on your path. Your pathway is clear at Pierce College. The visit is over. Arcano's set to step in and face C.J. Blowers. Noah Andrews is the runner at first with one man down. Red Devils leading at 2-1 here in the top half of the sixth. Blowers comes set. Here comes the pitch. Outside, there's a snap throw down to first base, and Noah Andrews just did get back in. Blaze listed at 5'11", 175 out of Iwo Beach, Hawaii. Here comes the 1-0. Outside and low, ball 2, 2-0 the count on the Red Devil sophomore. Chandler Mikulik, the DH, is in the on-deck circle. There's a toss over to first. Andrews gets back in standing. Red Devils would love to get an insurance run here. They got one run in the first and one run in the second. Edmonds got their one run in the fourth. There's the pitch way high. There's a snap throw down to first again. And boy, Andrews again just does get back. Nathaniel Sagdahl, terrific catcher for Edmonds. He's a Gold Glove winner for a reason. Blowers going to walk back toward the second base umpire. Apparently found something on the field and hands it to the base umpire, who's going to put it in his pocket. Not sure what that was. 3-0 the count on Blaze. Andrews gets his lead. Here comes the pitch, and it hit him. Drilled him right in the back. So Arcano is aboard. That will push Noah Andrews down to second base. And Chandler Mikulik will step in. Chandler hit a double, a bloop double, down the right field line, and I think we're going to get a pitching change here as Scott Kelly is on his way out to the mound. And I think that he has got a hook with him. He does. We are going to get a relief pitcher. We'll step away for 1 minute. We're in the top half of the sixth. Red Devils 2, Edmonds 1. Back in 1 minute.
LCC has definitely prepared me to transfer to Oregon State because it's helped me with my study skills. I'm a much harder worker than I was in high school.
I had a great support base by the staff, and I've made some great friends that I think I'll carry on with my life.
I've definitely loved my classes. I've learned a lot. It's been a healthy environment.
Don't be afraid to branch out. The people here are awesome. I'm going to be in it for a while, but down the road I'll be finishing up and be ready to join the workforce.
As the designated hitter, he is a right-hander, and let's take a look here on the year. He has appeared in 2 ball games. He's pitched in 5 2/3 innings, no record, and also did not give up a run. So limited appearances by Trey Tiffany, but again, the results were all good. He's a big, burly right-hander, and he will pitch to. Looks like we're going to get a pinch hitter, G.J. Hurst. G.J. Hurst will come in to pinch hit. G.J. normally plays left field for the Red Devils. He is a left-handed batter. Hurst stands in. Runners get their leads out at first and second base respectively. Hurst hitting .242 on the year. The pitch is down low, ball one. 1-0 the count. Tiffany, ready, here comes the pitch, down low, ball two, 2-0 the count. Drew Barlow is in the on-deck circle for the Red Devils. Tiffany ready, here comes the 2-0 pitch. Catches the outside edge for a called strike, and the count is 2-1. GJ got out of the batter's box, now gets back in, tips the plate, holds the bat in his right hand. Now ready, here comes the pitch. There's a chopper by the mound, fielded out there by the shortstop, Hamakawa. He goes to second for one to throw back to first, not in time. Hurst with good speed is aboard on a fielder's choice, but they do get the force out on Arcano. On the play, Noah Andrews will move on into third base. So G.J. Hurst aboard on a fielder's choice, and that'll bring in Drew Barlow, the Red Devil third baseman. Drew with a little pop up to the second baseman, also bounce to the third baseman. Right-handed batter out of Tumwater. Here's the pitch, fouled back into the screen behind the plate, and the count is 0-1. When you think of Tumwater High School, of course, you think of football, those great football teams going back 30-some years, but in recent years, they've become a solid baseball school as well. Here comes the pitch, the runner from first goes. The pitch is up high, the throw down to second base goes over the head of the second baseman. Now they've got the runner hung up in between first and second. That was a design play, as G.J. Hurst actually could have made it on into second had he gone ahead and gone, because the ball got away from the shortstop covering second base. But on the play, Noah Andrews comes in to score from third base. Again, a design play to try to get that runner from first in a rundown. So Hurst is out stealing, but record the out, and the Red Devils now lead it by a score of 3-1. We move now to the bottom half of the sixth inning. Back in a minute and a half.
My name is John Archuleta, and I'm a loan service bankruptcy officer with STCU. I help members that are struggling with their financial obligations. A lot of times people feel as if they're not good enough. Their finances are telling them that they should have known better. Our goal really is the financial health and well-being of the member. We are our members are us. We don't have investors here. We're not protecting the investor's bottom line. No matter what's going on, we're dealing with people's lives. I'm John Archuleta, and STCU is here for good.
Nestled within tall trees and beautiful buildings, Pierce College has established itself as a national leader in improving student success. With two main campuses in Puyallup and Fort Steilacoom, and satellite campuses on Joint Base Lewis-McChord, Pierce College strives to create quality educational opportunities to help students realize their possibilities. As we celebrate 50 years in the community, Pierce College is proud to offer more than 60 programs of study with a fit for you, your life, your schedule, and your dream. Find your path, start at Pierce College today, and realize your possibilities. Visit pierce.ctc.edu.
On to the bottom half of the sixth inning. Red Devils now leading 3-1 over the Edmonds Tritons. Nathaniel Sagdahl will step in to face Travis Painter, and the first pitch drops in for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Sagdahl to be followed by Trey Tiffany, who is now on the mound, started the game as a DH, and Connor Sales. The 0-1 pitch is a curveball, a check swing. They say he did not offer, and the count is 1-1 on Sagdahl. Right-handed batter got out of the box. Now he's back in. The 1-1 pitch takes it very high. 2-1 the count. Deshaun Johnson still warming in the bullpen for the Red Devils, warming in earnest right now. Here comes the 2-1. There's a line drive hit right at the second baseman, Hunter Cook, who sticks the glove up and hauls it in. Didn't have to move a bit. So one man down here in the bottom of the 6th. And that will bring in Trey Tiffany, the pitcher. Comes a pitch to Tiffany, a curveball, drops in nicely for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Tiffany is walked, and he has singled. Here comes the next pitch, a check swing, and they say he offered, so the count quickly 2 strikes. Here comes the 0-2, curveball. Hit to the right side, fielded there by the first baseman, Sam Trent Beacom, who tosses to the pitcher, Travis Painter, covering. They record the out, 3-1 covering, 2 men down now. As a financial cooperative founded by teachers, Spokane Teachers Credit Union is happy to support the students of the community colleges of Washington. You can join the not-for-profit credit union if you live, work, attend school, or worship anywhere in Washington. And first pitch, Connor Sales gets hit. So he'll make his way on down to first base with 2 men down. And that'll bring in Colby Force. Home plate umpire walks the baseball out to Travis Painter, about halfway between the mound and home plate. Home plate umpire giving Connor Sales a couple of extra seconds by wiping off the home plate and kind of kicking at the particulate there that gets on top of the plate. I think Connor's okay. Gets his lead out at first base. In steps the left-handed hitting Colby Force. Here comes the pitch. Popped up and out of play, third base side. Count 1 strike. Force, left-handed batter, slightly open stance, holds that bat high. Here comes the next pitch. Breaking ball outside. 1-1 the count. Travis looking down to his catcher, JT Strickler. Connor Sales gets his lead over at first. Here comes the 1-1. Outside and a little bit high, ball 2. 2-1 the count. Colby Force, freshman out of Puyallup. Puget Sound region is just rich in baseball players. I'll tell you another area rich in baseball players, the Tri-Cities. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. There's a soft fly ball headed into left field. Arcano comes in and catches it off his knee. Good running catch by Blaze, who got a good jump on it. And that will do it for Edmonds here in the bottom half of the 6th. No runs on no hits, no errors, 1 left. We've played 6. The score, Lower Columbia 3, Edmonds 1.
As certified jumpers, divers, and survival experts, Special Forces are dropped behind enemy lines to train foreign fighters, carry out covert missions, or prevent future conflicts. These soldiers live for the challenge, highly trained and highly intelligent. Special Forces soldiers are the best of the best.
On to the 7th inning. Drew Barlow will step in and lead it off against Trey Tiffany in relief of C.J. Blowers. Barlow was at bat when C.J. Hurst got in an intentional rundown between first and second that allowed Noah Andrews to come in and score the 3rd run of the ball game for the Red Devils. The first pitch is a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It's a breaking ball down low. Count evens up at 1-1. Barlow to be followed by Hunter Cook, and then go back to the top of the order for Kyle Sandstrom. Here comes the 1-1 inside, and the count is 2-1. Center fielder Guthrie Morrison a few steps into right center. In fact, the entire outfield sort of shades around a little bit to the right. There's a chopper out toward the shortstop. Hamakawa fields, throws on the run in time to get Drew Barlow, so he is out 6-3 to lead off the 7th inning here. And that will bring in Hunter Cook. Hunter tried to beat out a bunt, was thrown out by the 3rd baseman back in the 2nd, and then popped up to the 2nd baseman in the 4th. 6 for 14 in the tournament now. The first pitch is up high, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Trey Tiffany gets it up there pretty good. Here comes the 1-0. There's a chopper to the right side, fielded there by the 2nd baseman Nick Sokol, who throws to first in time. So a couple of quick outs here. And that will bring in Kyle Sandstrom. We're neighbors helping neighbors through a tradition of service with more than 6,000 citizen soldiers, which comprise our ranks throughout Washington state. Guardsmen faithfully safeguard lives and property at home and abroad. If you're interested, go to nationalguard.com or call 1-800-GO-GUARD. First pitch, ball 1 to Kyle Sandstrom. There's the next pitch, right at the knees on the outside edge for a called strike. Count evens up at 1-1. JT Strickler in the on-deck circle with the shin guards on. He is the Red Devil catcher today. Here comes the next pitch, a little bit low, ball 2. Until today, Chase Hodkinson had caught all 3 ball games for the Red Devils. Young man from Melbourne, Australia. Here's the 2-1 pitch, a check swing. Takes it a little bit high. 3-1 the count on Kyle Sandstrom. Here comes the 3-1. There's a chopper up the first base side. Fielded there by the first baseman. That's David Gibbons, who beat Sandstrom to the bag, and that will do it. That's the first time that Sandstrom has been put out today, as he was 3 for 3 until that at bat. That'll do it for the Red Devils here in the top half of the 7th. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. On to the bottom half of the 7th. Lower Columbia 3, Edmonds 1.
Nestled within tall trees and beautiful buildings, Pierce College has established itself as a national leader in improving student success. With 2 main campuses in Puyallup and Fort Steilacoom, and satellite campuses on Joint Base Lewis-McChord, Pierce College strives to create quality educational opportunities to help students realize their possibilities. As we celebrate 50 years in the community, Pierce College is proud to offer more than 60 programs of study with a fit for you, your life, your schedule, and your dream. Find your path, start at Pierce College today, and realize your possibilities. Visit pierce.ctc.edu.
Ready for a new adventure? Study at Douglas College in Vancouver, Canada. Take a post-degree program and launch your career, or prepare to study at top Canadian universities. Become eligible for a 3-year work visa with a 2-year program. Choose success. Choose Douglas College.
Travis Painter's work is done for the day. He goes 6 innings, gives up 1 run on 5 hits. He's going to be relieved by Deshaun Johnson, a right-hander who has appeared in 9 games on the mound. He has a record of 2-1, earned run average of 2.70. He'll pitch to Leighton Moniz. There's a chopper, third base side, fielded there by Barlow on the big bounce. Strong throw across in time. Drew Barlow, terrific third baseman. Drew Barlow is just solid over there at the hot corner. So 1 man down here in the bottom half of the 7th, and we go back to the top of the order for Guthrie Morrison. Morrison is skied to left. He has singled, and he is skied to skied to right, singled, and skied to left. I'll get it right there. Here comes the first pitch. Fastball down low and away, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Deshaun ready, working from the center of the pitching rubber. The next pitch pours a fastball in, and the count is 1-1. So Travis Painter certainly did the Red Devils well today. He did his job. Here comes the 3-1. Just a little bit low on the outside edge, and the count is 2-1 now. Nick Sokol in the on-deck circle for Edmonds. Edmonds got to win this ball game to stay alive. Here comes the 3-1 outside. Or check that. That's 2-1. 2-1. 3-1 the count now. If they lose, they go home. And Lower Columbia would face Yakima tomorrow for the championship. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Down low, ball 4. So a 1-out walk to Guthrie Morrison, who has good running speed. And in steps Nick Sokol. Sokol has skied to right, skied to center, and he is struck out. He's the Edmonds second baseman. Here comes the pitch. Called a strike right at the knees on the outside edge, and the count is 0-1. Deshaun Johnson now working from the first base side of the pitching rubber. Throws the ball away. Tried to pick off the runner over there. Threw it down the right field line. And that is going to allow Guthrie Morrison to move on into second base. So a throwing error on the pitcher. That puts Morrison into scoring position with 1 man down. That's the second error on the Red Devils, listed as the visitors on the scoreboard here today. Here comes the 0-1. Popped up, foul territory, third base side. Third baseman Drew Barlow goes right over in front of the third base dugout, makes the catch in front of the shadows there. So 2 men down. And that will bring in Yugo Hamakawa, the number 3 hitter in the lineup. He's skied to left, he is singled, and he's bounced to second. Ryan Littlefield out in front of the Red Devil dugout, motioning his outfielders to shade a little bit around to the left. Here comes the pitch. A fastball right at the knees on the inside edge for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. He's talking about the Tri-Cities being a hotbed of baseball. Not only did Southridge win the 3A state title yesterday, Richland down Skyview of Vancouver 5-2 to win the 4A state title. Here comes the next pitch. Fastball outside, ball 1. 1-1 the count. Good showing, however, by the 2 Southwest Washington schools. Johnson ready. Checks the runner out at second. The 1-1 pitch is a curveball, just a little bit high. Had a pretty good drop to it, but it was high. Some of the locals groaned just a little bit, but good call by the home plate umpire. 2-1 the count. Here comes the pitch. Lifted in the air, down the left field line. Blaze Arcano makes the catch in fair territory, and that will do it for Edmonds here in the bottom half of the 7th. No runs on no hits, no errors, 1 runner left. We've completed 7. The score, Lower Columbia 3, Edmonds 1.
I am strong. I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determined. determination,
Confidence.
I trust my gut.
no limits,
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership.
I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
I'm Keith Appleton, Education Outreach Officer at STCU. I have been labeled as frugal. I'm more motivated by saving money than I am about spending money. I essentially have had the same vehicle for nearly half of my life. It's absolutely practice what you preach. One of my passions is mountain biking, and one of the ways that I can afford to have a quality mountain bike is by cutting expenses in other areas of my life. STCU has given me an opportunity to share things that I've learned with the community. I'm Keith Appleton, and STCU is here for good.
On to the 8th inning. JT Strickler will step in to lead it off against Trey Tiffany. He'll be followed by Sam Trent Beacom and Ricky Muzzy. JT 2 for 3 on the afternoon. A couple of singles, also hit into a 5-4-3 double play. Here comes the pitch. Down low in the dirt, ball 1. 1-0 the count. For the tournament, JT now 7 of 13. Here comes the 1-0. Lifted in the air, right center field. Center fielder Morrison giving chase. Has time, has room, makes the catch. One man down here. That ball had pretty good carry to it. So Strickler is the first out in the 8th inning. And that will bring in Sam Trent Beacom. Sam Trent Beacom has struck out in the first. He has walked in the third and bounced to the shortstop in the 5th. First pitch, outside ball 1. Celebrating 50 years of possibilities realized, Pierce College is here to guide you to student success with more than 60 programs of study at Pierce College. 2-0 the count now. When you check into Pierce College, you'll find it's a fit for you, your life, and your schedule. They have short-term certificate programs, transfer degrees, and even baccalaureate degrees. Pierce College. Next pitch in for a called strike. 2-1 now the count on Sam. Here comes the next pitch. Down low, ball 3. As a financial cooperative founded by teachers, Spokane Teachers Credit Union is happy to support the students of the community colleges of Washington. You can join the not-for-profit cooperative if you live, work, attend school, or worship anywhere in the state of Washington. Next pitch down low to Sam Trent Beacom. He walks, a one-out walk here in the bottom of the 8th. And that will bring in the shortstop, Ricky Muzzy. Ricky has walked, he's skied to center, and he has struck out. Trent Beacom gets his lead over at first base. Here's the pitch, up high, very high. And the count is 1 ball. Catcher Nathaniel Sagdahl threatened to fire down to first base, but Sam was not that far off the bag. Trey Tiffany has the sign he wants. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. There's a ball hit into right field in between first and second base, and it kicks away from the right fielder, and that is going to allow the runners to go ahead and try to take the extra base. The throw into second base dropped there by the shortstop covering, and Ricky Muzzy is aboard on a single and an error in the right fielder. And on the play, Sam Trent Beacom moves around from first to third. I'll tell you what, Ricky Muzzy just decided he was going to go for it, and it was a close play at second base, and there you see the replay on it right there. The right fielder came in and had the ball kick off of his glove, and there's Ricky with the head first slide, and he was in ahead of the throw anyway, but the throw was not handled by the shortstop. Noah Andrews steps in. Here comes the pitch, a little bit high, ball 1. Tiffany ready, there's the next pitch. There's a fastball right at the knees for a called strike, and the count evens up at 1-1. Infield pulls in all the way around right now. as Edmonds can't afford to give up any more runs, trailing 3-1 here in the top half of the 8th. Trey Tiffany ready. The next pitch, swing and a miss at a high fastball. And the count is 1-2. Just straight gas that time by Mr. Tiffany. And Andrews couldn't catch up with it. Blaze Arcano in the on-deck circle for the Red Devils. Looking to add on, leading 3-1 here in the 8th. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Fastball right on the outside edge, called a strike, and Noah knew it. Big time pitch by Trey Tiffany. So 2 men down now, and it's up to Blaze Arcano. Blaze has hit into a fielder's choice, and he has been hit by pitch twice. Right-hander gets in. Here comes the pitch. A fastball right at the knees for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Looks like Trey Tiffany's kind of settling into a little bit of a rhythm here now as he works in the 8th. Here comes the 0-1. Fouled off the glove of the catcher, and the count quickly 2 strikes on Blaze. Ball came to the backstop, chased down by Drew Barlow of the Red Devils. 2 strikes the count on Blaze. Runners get their leads out at second and third base. Here comes the 0-2, very high. 1-2 the count. Sam Trent Beacom, the runner at third. Ricky Muzzy, the runner at second. Tiffany ready. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Chopped to the right side. Fielded there by Tiffany. Underhands it to first base in time, and the Red Devil threat is over as Blaze Arcano bounces back to the pitcher, and the Red Devils go quietly. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, 2 runners left. We move to the bottom half of the 8th. The score, Lower Columbia 3, Edmonds 1.
The first day of school is kind of scary. You don't know your teachers yet or who your friends will be. But school is really important. It's how you learn things and grow.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna do great, Mommy.
For you, for them, Clark College. Get started today at clark.edu.
I am strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence.
I trust my gut. No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
The bottom of the 8th inning for Edmonds. Leading off first baseman number 32, David Gibbons.
David Gibbons with a count of 1 strike against Deshaun Johnson here in the bottom of the 8th. There's a ground ball out toward the shortstop. Muzzy, long throw to first in time to get David Gibbons 1 man down here in the bottom of the 8th. Clark College in Vancouver, Washington is enrolling for winter quarter. Whether you want to advance your career, complete a degree, or earn your high school diploma, Clark College can help you reach your goals. Visit clark.edu to learn more. Nathaniel Sagdahl steps in against Deshaun Johnson. There's a pop-up, foul territory, first base side. Right fielder Noah Andrews gives chase, and that ball is going to fall down in behind the picnic tables down there, down by the production truck. And the count is 1 strike on Nathaniel Sagdahl. Trey Tiffany, the pitcher, is in the on-deck circle. Johnson ready, the 0-1. Called a strike right at the knees on the outside edge, and the count is 0-2. Here comes the 0-2, very high curveball. National Guard soldiers and readiness centers are an integral part of Washington State's communities and will continue to be for generations to come. To learn more, visit nationalguard.com or call 1-800-GO-GUARD. There's the next pitch fouled over toward the third base dugout. And the count is 1-2. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Gets away from JT, who steps out in front of the home plate, grabs it, fires down to first base to record the out. So Sagdahl is a strikeout victim. And with 2 down, Trey Tiffany will step in. Tiffany has walked, he has singled, and he has hit to the first baseman with a pitcher covering. So officially 1 for 3 on the day. Here comes the first pitch, sharp breaking ball out of the strike zone, down low and away. And the count is 1 ball. Ball game just a little over 2 hours old. Here comes the next pitch, fastball, perhaps overthrown just a bit, down low and away, 2-0 the count. Deshawn going to take a walk around the backside of the hill. Now comes up the backside and gets up on the center of the pitching rubber. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Fouled up and away, first base side. Count 2 balls, 1 strike. Outfield straight away for Trey Tiffany. Deshaun Johnson ready, the 2-1 pitch. Down low ball, 3-1 the count. Connor Sales in the on-deck circle. Here comes the 3-1. Lifted in the air, left field deep. Arcano going back on the ball in left center field, has room and gets called off by the center fielder, Kyle Sandstrom. Blaze kind of ducked out of the way there at the last minute as Sandstrom called him off, and just a long out there off the bat of Trey Tiffany. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We've completed 8. The score, Lower Columbia 3, Edmonds 1.
Life is about moments. If you fight, I fight. If I fight, we fight.
You be there and watch what I do when the bell rings.
Do you have that real look in your eye that when you look at yourself in the mirror, you can ask yourself this question: did I give everything I got? Did I lay it all on the line? Or am I cheating myself?
What you say, Quaid? See ya! Right at it. Oh! He's done it again!
So whatever you're gonna do, claim it. Leave your mark on this world.
People say knowledge is power, and they have a point.
At Portland State, you tell your own story.
You build your own stage.
You take your best ideas to the streets. You let the world see who you are
and who you hope to be. Knowledge is about how hard you're willing to work to do something real.
It's about how far you're willing to go to do something great.
On to the 9th inning, the last scheduled inning. Lower Columbia will send to the plate G.J. Hurst, Drew Barlow, and Hunter Cook. 7, 8, and 9 in the order to face Trey Tiffany in relief of C.J. Blowers. Red Devils lead it 3-1. Here comes the pitch, outside, ball 1. 1-0 the count on G.J. Hurst. G.J. entered the ball game back in the 6th inning as a pinch hitter. There's the next pitch, right at the knees for a called strike, and the count is 1-1. So he entered as the designated hitter in place of Chandler Mikulek. GJ has seen a lot of time in left field, kind of split duties in left field with Blaze Arcano. The next pitch, right at the knees on the outside edge for a called strike. GJ calls timeout and is going to stroll on down the third base line and have a visit with his coach, Eric Lane. Eric puts his hand on his back and pats him 3 or 4 times. Pats him again a couple more times and points him back in the direction of home plate. So GJ back on his way to the left-handed batter's box, down in the count 1-2. Outfield essentially straight away. GJ also can catch for the Red Devils. He's a good left fielder. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Fouled up and out of play, third base side over the third base grandstand. And the count remains 1-2. Most of the crowd has hung in here. Not a bad crowd for a Sunday afternoon, Memorial Day weekend. There's the next pitch, way high. Ball 2, 2-2 the count. Congratulations to the Woodland Beavers girls softball team, state 2A champs. 2-2 pitch, outside ball 3, 3-2 the count. So after being down in the count 1-2, Hurst has worked it now full. Tiffany with a 3-2 pitch, fouled back behind the plate. Count remains full. One of the Edmonds coaches gets out of the dugout and retrieves that baseball. Tiffany working quickly, the 3-2 pitch, fouled up and away again, out of play. So G.J. Hurst getting his money's worth up there, making Trey Tiffany work hard. It's tiring on a pitcher when you can't get that guy out. Here comes the 3-2 pitch again. There's a ball hit right back to the pitcher, smoked. And I don't even know how Trey Tiffany even came up with that ball. Just kind of stuck the glove down there and got it. And that robbed G.J. Hurst of a base hit. And you're going to see the replay on it here. And that was just a sharp one hopper. And he just had the glove there. And I mean, it almost just found its way into the glove. And Tiffany kind of takes a walk down the backside of the slope right now as he gets ready to face Drew Barlow. Score at 1-3. Here comes the pitch to Drew. Breaking ball drops in nicely for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Drew looking for his first hit on the afternoon. He's officially 0 for 3. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. This one circles a little bit, and the count evens up at 1-1. Big right-hander, ready, working quickly, the 1-1. Right on the inside edge for a called strike, and the count is 1-2. Tiffany, pretty good looking pitcher. Has not pitched all that much this year, but good velocity, good breaking ball. Seems to have an idea what he's doing out there. The 1-2 pitch, hit in the air, foul down the right field side. Going to drift in amongst some of the fans way down that picnic area there, perhaps beyond the picnic tables. 1-2 the count on Barlow. Hunter Cook in the on-deck circle. There's a chopper, third base side. Shortstop goes in the hole. Long throw over to first, not going to be in time. Nice effort that time by the shortstop, Yugo Hamakawa. The third baseman, Leighton Moniz, made a diving attempt at it, couldn't come up with it. And the shortstop, ranging way to his right, got it back on the outfield grass and couldn't get enough on it. So Drew Barlow is aboard with his first hit of the day. And that'll bring in Hunter Cook. Hunter hitless in 3 appearances today. .333 hitter on the year. There's a toss over to first base rather. And Drew Barlow dives back in safely. Tiffany has the sign he wants. Here comes the pitch. Fastball up high. 1-0 the count on Hunter Cook. Hunter in the tournament now 6 of 15, so he's having a mighty fine tournament. Has made some nice plays in the field as well. Left-handed batter chokes up about an inch. The 1-0 pitch sails outside ball 2, 2-0 the count. Red Devils would love to add one more run, if not more. Leading by 2 here in the top half of the 9th. Tiffany ready, the 3-0 pitch. Check it, the 2-0 pitch. Now 3-0 outside. Kyle Sandstrom, the leadoff hitter, is in the on-deck circle. Here comes the 3-0 pitch. Outside ball 4. So Hunter Cook walks. That forces Drew Barlow down to second base. And we go back to the top of the order for Kyle Sandstrom. And Kyle Sandstrom is 3 of 4 on the afternoon. 5 of 16 in the tournament. Now the catcher, Nathaniel Sagdahl, going to go out and have a quick word with his pitcher, Trey Tiffany. We're neighbors helping neighbors through a tradition of service with more than 6,000 citizen soldiers, which comprise our ranks throughout Washington State. Guardsmen faithfully safeguard lives and property at home and abroad. National Guard soldiers and readiness centers are an integral part of Washington State's communities and will continue to be for generations to come. To learn more about the Washington National Guard, visit nationalguard.com or call 1-800-GO-GUARD. Scott Kelly, the head coach of the Edmonds Tritons, has made his way to the mound and decided that is it for Trey Tiffany, so he is going to make a pitching change here with 1 out in the top half of the 9th. We'll step away for 1 minute. We'll be back. The score, Lower Columbia 3, Edmonds 1.
Ready for a new adventure? Study at Douglas College in Vancouver, Canada. Take a post-degree program and launch your career, or prepare to study at top Canadian universities. Become eligible for a 3-year work visa with a 2-year program. Choose success. Choose Douglas College.
Lucas Ford is the new pitcher for Edmonds. He is a right-hander. He is an all-conference performer as a relief pitcher for Edmonds, and he'll face Kyle Sandstrom with runners on first and second and 1 down. The first pitch sails outside, ball 1, the count 1-0. Ford is 6'1", 200 pounds. He's a sophomore out of Seattle, and on the season an earned run average of 0.39, so you can see why he was an all-conference performer. 1-0 the count on Kyle. The next pitch is a curveball that catches the outside edge for a called strike, and the count evens up at 1-1. Ford peers down to his catcher, Nathaniel Sagdahl. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. It's a fastball. Man, that thing really had good movement to it. 1-2 the count. That thing gets up there in a hurry, and it started in towards Sandstrom and then kind of tailed back over the middle part of the plate. Really good movement. Kyle gets back in with the count of 1-2. Ford just trying to keep the Red Devils from playing add-on here. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. There's a chopper to the right side. It's going to find its way into right field. The runner from second is going to be held up as the right fielder charged well, Connor Saylor. Now the ball gets away from the catcher and but backed up by Ford, the pitcher, as that throw came in, so the runners cannot advance. So Kyle Sandstrom is 4 of 5 on the day. That was a seeing eye hit to the right side. So he is aboard at first. Hunter Cook is at second, and Drew Barlow is at third. So the bases are loaded with 1 man down, and the dangerous J.T. Strickler steps in. J.T., 2 for 4 on the afternoon. Right-handed batter out of Boise, Idaho. Here comes the pitch, and it went over his head behind him. The runner from third breaks. The ball kicked back toward the catcher, and unfortunately, Barlow is going to be thrown out at the plate. That ball hit and came back so hard that Barlow just did not have a chance to get down the line. Otherwise, he would have. That thing kicked about halfway back to the catcher. So if the play stands, that's going to be 2 men down. And Eric Lane came in to ask the home plate umpire about something, and now the umpires are going to convene a meeting down the first base line, and I'm not sure exactly what the call is. Perhaps Well, I'm just simply not sure what Eric is challenging right now, unless there was something about the block of the plate, which perhaps there could be. Not sure, but it looks like this particular play is going to go under review. The play at the plate is under review, so it must have something to do with the blocking of the plate. So this is the third appeal today, one of which resulted in an overturn of a call, another with the call upheld. Scott Kelly and Eric Lane are talking right now. Scott, the head coach, out in front of the third base dugout, and he and Eric are good friends. They get along very well. A couple of really nice guys. Scott played some college baseball, pitched at a Division II school down in Missouri, and I can't remember right now which school it was, but a couple years ago his dad was down here watching the NWACs, and it was a game that I had off, and I was just sitting down in the left field stands watching, and his dad came down and sat next to me, and we started visiting. He's just a really nice man. I'm not sure if he's here today. The review continues, and there you're seeing a good look at the replay. There's a throw to the pitcher covering. Pretty good collision at home plate, way in front of the plate. And boy, I don't know. You know, the tag, I'm not sure if the pitcher got the tag down before Barlow got into home plate. That's going to be a very close call. And they say he is out. So the call is upheld. Close play, though, much closer than it looked like from back up here in the press box. Good camera work there, guys. So Barlow is out at the plate. Just an unfortunate break, the way the ball kicked back toward the home plate there. The pitch to Strickler is in for a called strike, and the count evens up at 1-1. So with 2 men down, if the Red Devils are going to add anything on, it's up to JT. And certainly he is the guy to do it on the season, hitting .427. Comes a pitch, just a little bit low. Ball 2, 2-1 the count. Boy, I'll tell you what, Ford slings that ball up there in a hurry. This kid's got a live arm. Sam Trend-Beacom in the on-deck circle for the Red Devils. 3 runs, 11 hits for Lower Columbia. 1 run, 5 hits for Edmonds. Here comes the 2-1. Going to be outside, ball 3. 3-1 the count. JT, as usual, kind of steps back in the box, takes a big deep breath, shrugs his shoulders, gets back in. One of his relaxation techniques. Slightly open stance. Here comes the 3-1. Down low, ball 4. JT Strickler is aboard with a base on balls, and the bases are loaded again. Hunter Cook is the runner at third. Kyle Sandstrom is the runner at second. JT Strickler is the runner at first. And the dangerous Sam Trend-Beacom steps in. Sam with 7 home runs on the year. He's walked a couple of times. He's struck out and he's bounced to short. Here comes the pitch. Called a strike right at the knees on the outside edge, and the count is 0-1. Edmonds fans cheer. Some of the Lower Columbia fans groan. Tell you what, Ford's fastball's got a lot of movement, tailing back in on a right-handed batter. Here comes the 0-1. Way outside. Boy, Nathaniel Sagdahl had to lunge out to the right to flag that one down. 1-1 to count on Sam. Ricky Muzzy in the on-deck circle. Here comes the 1-1. There's a ball hit to the right side, fielded there by the first baseman. He's going to run to the bag himself, and that will do it. So the Lower Columbia threat is over here in the top half of the 9th. No runs on 2 hits. There were no errors, and 3 runners left on base. We move to the bottom half of the 9th. The score, Lower Columbia 3, Edmonds 1.
The Guard has over 50,000 wheeled vehicles in action. The vast fleet of Humvees, troop transports, and fuel tank trucks are always moving soldiers, gear, and equipment around the world. or delivering aid to civilians during domestic emergencies. Transport operators are essential in getting the Guard to where it needs to be.
Ready for a new adventure? Study at Douglas College in Vancouver, Canada. Take a post-degree program and launch your career, or prepare to study at top Canadian universities. Become eligible for a 3-year work visa with a 2-year program. Choose success. Choose Douglas College.
On to the bottom half of the 9th inning. Last call for the Edmonds Tritons as they trail the Lower Columbia College Red Devils 3-1. And they're going to have to plate a couple of runs or their tournament is over. We've got a pinch hitter at the plate for Edmonds as the new hitter is Carson Lindell. Carson Lindell is the pinch hitter. Here comes the pitch, fouled up and out of play, and the count is 1-1. Lindell hitting for Connor Sales. Left-handed batter. Deshaun Johnson ready. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. A breaking ball down and in, and the count evens up at 1-1. Or rather goes to 2-1. Deshaun working quickly the 2-1 pitch. Chopped to the left side, fielded by Muzzy, the shortstop. Throws on the run in time. Quickly one down here in the bottom half of the 9th. Score at 6-3. And let's check and see. We're going to get another pinch hitter as Scott Kelly starts to get some players off of the bench. As the pinch hitter is Evan Hearn. Evan Hearn is the pinch hitter. Nice gesture by Scott to get his reserves in the ballgame. There's a line drive hit right back to the mound off the glove of the pitcher. Picked up by the second baseman, Hunter Cook, who throws out. Evan Hearn hustling up the first base line. That ball was hit right back at the mound, deflected off the glove of Deshaun Johnson, right out toward the second baseman, Hunter Cook, who threw out Evan Hearn. And in steps the number 9 hitter in the lineup, Leighton Moniz. Here comes the pitch, down right at the knees on the outside edge for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Edmonds down to the last out here. Here comes the 0-1 pitch, outside. Count evens up at 1-1. Deshaun steps off the back of the rubber, now gets back up on top. Peers over the top of his glove. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. There's a ball hit right up the middle into center field. It's a base hit. So Edmonds, not wanting to go home, has a 2-out single off the bat of Leighton Moniz. And that will bring in Guthrie Morrison. Morrison is 1 of 3 officially. He has skied to left, he has singled, he has skied to right, and he has walked. Right-handed batter hitting .373 on the year. He has home run power. He does have a home run. Here comes the pitch. There's a fly ball lifted into right field. The right fielder, Noah Andrews, moves over to the line and makes the catch. That'll do it for Edmonds here in the bottom of the 9th. No runs on 1 hit. No errors. 1 runner left. Lower Columbia downs Edmonds 3-1. We'll be back to recap today's ball game in 2 minutes.
Training is definitely making myself better, but I know that it's going to end up making my teammates better.
You have to know your teammate and know what they need.
The cohesion on the field and off the field is what makes everyone strong.
Being on a team, you know it's not just you out there.
I would do anything for the player next to me, behind me, in front of me.
Practicing day in and day out, trying to be the best me so they can be the best them. It's like a sisterhood that you have with those girls.
It's just really empowering. They're all doing crazy things. And you want to be like them, and you want to push yourself like them.
It motivates me to work harder, to get faster, quicker.
Pushing each other so hard, all for the same goal. And then when you accomplish it, that's the best feeling in the world.
Once you tap into that, I think you're unstoppable.
Top echelon programs in the Northwest. Coach Kelly, always a class operation. Edmonds Stratton's third place.
I'll be coming out pretty quick. Post-game interview? Okay, yeah, give me.
All right, now down on the field, Kirk Rowland. Post-game interviews with
Kirk Rowland with a winning interview.
Guys here that got it done today. Kyle Sandstrom, 4 base hits today. Probably a sore hand, but who cares? You're going back to Monday.
Absolutely. It's great to be back. You know, I think we're playing our best baseball right now, and, you know, it's exciting. It's where we want to be.
All right, well, what about this big fella and DJ, the pitching here today?
It's incredible, man. It's come out, you know, Travis didn't have his best stuff today, but he really battled and, you know, competed for us.
Well, Travis Painter, Sunday at the NWAC tournament, second straight year that you've put your team in this position. This Edmonds team hit the ball hard off the island a few times, but boy, you were just able to get outs when you needed to. Talk about it.
Yeah, a lot of great plays by defense. So Blaze out there, amazing diving catch, and ready to be back Monday. So.
All right, ready to be back tomorrow. I suppose you're probably not going to be in the mix, but if they asked you to pitch an inning tomorrow, you'd do it, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Travis Painter, Kyle Sandstrom. Red Devils going to play for the title tomorrow.
Kirk Rowland with a couple of Red Devils down there, Kyle Sandstrom and Travis Painter. And just a terrific win for the Red Devils. They are unbeaten still in tournament play, and they clearly have the upper hand. They will face Yakima tomorrow. Time of the first pitch, 12:05, and Yakima would have to beat them twice to come back and win the NWAC championship. So right now, the Redbirds sitting in the driver's seat as they go into play tomorrow. The line score on today's ball game: Lower Columbia 3 runs on 11 hits. They committed 2 errors. They left 9 runners. For Edmonds, 1 run on 6 hits. They committed 2 errors, and they also left 9 runners. The winning pitcher in today's ball game, Travis Painter. The save goes to Deshaun Johnson, and the losing pitcher was C.J. Blowers. The time of the game, 2 hours and 31 minutes. And again, just a terrific baseball game here today, and one more day tomorrow. If you're in the local area and you're looking for something to do tomorrow on Memorial Day, make it on over here to the baseball park. It should be an outstanding day of baseball as the Red Devils take on the Yakima Valley Yaks. And Yakima, you know the game last night. It was a nail-biter. The Red Devils down Yakima last night by a score of 3-2 in the 9th inning, and we would expect similar baseball tomorrow. So it should be an outstanding day weather-wise and an outstanding day of baseball. Been a great day of baseball here today, and Yakima down Spokane earlier today 5-4 in a terrific ball game, and Lower Columbia has just downed Edmonds by a score of 3-1. Edmonds capturing the 3rd place trophy, and certainly congratulations to Scott Kelly and his crew, a class bunch each and every year. Been a great day of baseball. My name's Jim DeBruler. Want to thank everybody for tuning in today. And again, remind everybody to come back tomorrow at 12:05. But today, your final score, Lower Columbia 3, Edmonds 1. Good night, everybody.